My name is Benjamin Poole, and when I was 23, I gave my life savings to a broker who lost it all. But this taught me an invaluable lesson. I needed to educate myself to make my own financial decisions. Fast forward 20 years, I am no longer living paycheck to paycheck, and I want to share everything I've learned with you. Welcome to Financially Fit. Welcome to Financially Fit. My name is Benjamin Poole, and I will be going over the mRNA chart with you guys today. So I want to say thank you guys for commenting. I will have Lawton on again to go over a couple questions at the end of the show. Let's go ahead and get right into the charts. So the first chart I have is mRNA, and I'm also going to go over the Tesla chart. I kind of went over that a little bit last week. So I wanted to give you an update on that. mRNA, it had this really nice sell-off a while ago, back in October 2023, and you have this low right here. So this low put in a really nice trend line, or this helped put in a trend line. You've got this low right here. You connect these trend lines, and you've got this really nice, basically target for an upside bias. Another thing that I'm seeing on mRNA is you've got this shoulder, you've got this head, you've got this other shoulder. And so what we did was, because we have this upsloping trend line and we have a head and shoulders pattern, on a break right here, we can actually start going long and put our stop at any break or a confirmation below this trend line. So for me, because we have this low right here, it was around 60 bucks, and then we have this, this trend line, this is going to be a really good long opportunity. So what you want to do is, head and shoulders really have a good target for an upside. So you take the bottom of the head, and then you take the neckline, you take that measurement, and then you can take the breakout. So if it breaks out here, and you take that measurement from this line to this line, and it gives you a target of $170.92. So at $116.03 is what you're looking for as far as a break. If it breaks above that, it confirms, then you can start your upside target for about 170. The really interesting thing is you've got this gap fill right at $170.92 anyways, and so that would be a great opportunity for you to exit. Now, that doesn't mean that when it goes up, it's going to go right up into this level. It's probably going to chop around a little bit on its way up there, and then eventually it will get up, or it could get up to that $170 level. So I'm keeping my eye on mRNA, and so I think you guys should too, if there is eventual break. So what we're looking for on the downside is if it breaks this trend line right here, then you're looking for a downside move right here, right around $80, and then back down to around $60 for that double bottom to possibly pick that up again for the long side. So there's a couple different possibilities for trades. So that's why mRNA is on my radar. All right, so now I'm going to go back into Tesla. I'm really liking the price action on this. We're still inside of this wedge pattern that I was showing you guys earlier, or last week. So you've got this pivot low right here. It created a trend line. Here, let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit so you guys can see what I'm drawing that off of. So here we go. This is the trend line. So is this pivot low right here? You got this pivot low right here. Creates this nice parallel this nice trend line. And then you've got this all-time high, connects here, connects through here. So eventually it's going to break one way or another. If it keeps hammering on this, it gets back down to the 154 like I was saying, or the 144, or even this trend line, then you could possibly play this for a long trade and then look for the upside target, probably around $230 on Tesla. But if it starts breaking down, again, you have this level right here. It's about $103. So those are kind of my two trades on Tesla and mRNA. And next we've got Lawton up to ask a couple questions.
Cool. So my first question for you, Ben,
Yes.
is take a look at gold and silver. Are those opportunities to short?
Gold and silver. I don't do a lot of shorting in gold. Silver is a tricky one. So it is an industrial metal, and so I mean you have to have really good technical levels in order to short silver. If we go into more of a recession, it's not going to be utilized as much, and so it could be a good short. But if the economy's strong and the metals are pumping, then you could get caught in a pretty bad trade. So for me, I don't short these things. I go long. I look for technical levels. Let's say if I was going to short, I would wait until I got up to, or the chart gets up to around $29 or $30. Oh, you don't see anything?
See nothing.
So if you get up to about $30, you have this triple top. But something to keep in mind is the third hit. You can get a pullback, but if it's the third hit on the upside, you could pierce that by a lot, and it could be a potential breakout. So I would stay away from shorting silver or gold at this time.
Okay, another question for you. What do you think the next hype will be after AI is finished?
To be honest, I haven't put any thought into what the next hype would be. CO2 cars, maybe? Because we're trying to, I mean, it seems like we're trying to get away from as much hybrid or electrical vehicles, or, they're not doing as well as they would hope. And so maybe hydrogen cars are the next big thing. But I don't know how that would look necessarily. But I don't know. I mean, that's a great question.
Another question for you. So, is there bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame for the dollar?
For the DXY, bullish divergence. Okay. So when I look at bullish divergence, what I look for is higher highs in the RSI, but lower lows in the price action. Okay. So here's the 1 hour chart. Let me erase all this other stuff. So here would be considered what most people would consider bullish divergence, right? So you got higher highs on the RSI, but right here, you're starting to get lower lows. But the problem with this, at least what I see, is this came above the 70 a couple different times. And so for me, when it goes above the 70 on the RSI, it resets it. And so it doesn't necessarily indicate to me that this is an oversold dollar right here. So what I'm looking for on this is this to pierce 70, this to drop, right? This to come back up, this to go up slightly, this to come down, and this to come down pretty sharply. So this is what I would consider bullish divergence, at least for me on the RSI. So this is the kind of pattern I'm looking for. I'm looking for lower lows on the price, but higher lows on the RSI.
One last question for you, Ben.
Okay.
How can I get my chest to fill out my shirt like you?
Lots of push-ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And thanks a lot for asking the questions and stuff like that. Please keep in mind that this is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research, and we'll see you next time on Financially Fit. Take care. My name is Benjamin Poole, and when I was 23, I gave my life savings to a broker who lost it all. But this taught me an invaluable lesson. I needed to educate myself to make my own financial decisions. Fast forward 20 years, I am no longer living paycheck to paycheck, and I want to share everything I've learned with you. Welcome to Financially Fit.